Hello, Terrorism here. I am excited to share with you the 2020 year-end market report for Taos real estate. As you know, we have been reporting on how the market's reacting to the pandemic for the last 9 or 10 months, and now we have a full year to look back on. So before we jump into all of the details, let me just give you the bottom line. In supply and demand terms, the number of people wanting to get into the market has gone up, while the number of people wanting to get out of the Taos market has gone down considerably. In fact, supply is down 56%, while the number of sales, as well as the average and median prices, have gone up. So what does this mean for 2021? Well, if we learned anything from last year is that nobody has a crystal ball. So here are some contributing factors. On one hand, we have remote work trends, which are here to stay, and this pent-up demand for travel and entertainment, which Taos is famous for. So both great news for the future of the Taos market. Now, on the other hand, we're going to continue to hear and see national news about foreclosure and forbearance, unemployment, interest rates, recession, all of the things. And I want you to remember this. Headlines do more to terrify than clarify. Doesn't mean that they're wrong, but just please make sure to dig into the details, read the full reports, send them to me. I love that stuff. And we are going to be digging into all of this and more, sharing it with you, along with how it relates to our local market and timely relevant data for the local market. Because one thing is for certain, and that is that real estate is a hyper local industry. So let's dig into the market report. We are going to be looking at all residential sales in Taos for the last 5 years. By the way, you can find this full report on chisholmgroup.com, but I'm going to jump into the data and just give you an overview right now. So we're looking at 5 years worth of data and the percent change of 2020 over 2019. So the number of homes sales has been steadily increasing for the last 5 years, with a 19% jump in 2020. And the dollar volume has gone up 31%. Now, the reason that we're seeing the volume outpace the units is a combination of increased values as well as increased activity in the upper price ranges. The days on market shows that it's up 3%, but that's very deceiving. The homes with the right price, condition, and marketing are only on the market for a week or less before getting multiple offers. Now, as we've talked about in prior videos, the backlog in title and lending are causing significant delays, and that's where the majority of this days on market is coming from. So let's dig into the price points. This is where it gets really interesting. We've actually seen a decline by 9% in the under 300,000. And you might be surprised to see this, but it's just another result of increasing values. And quite honestly, this low price point may be almost non-existent in Taos moving forward. There was more activity as we work our way up in price ranges, all the way up to the luxury market. Most notable increase in activity was in the 400s and over 700,000. Now let's take a look at the highs and the lows. Same format here. The highest sale in 2020 was 1.9 million, which is not much compared to 5+ million in prior years. So it's not that we are seeing record-shattering prices at the upper end. It's just that we are seeing more consistent activity in all prices, especially the upper end. So the lowest sale was 20,000. And the story to be told here is that this is just a tiny data set, a very small market, 364 units with incredible variety in the price ranges, 20,000 to 2 million. And that makes it difficult to assess and analyze, which is why it's so important that if you have a decision to make in the local real estate market, that you are working with somebody who not only can pull the data and understands it in depth, but can apply it to your specific situation. So the median price has gone up almost $100,000 over 5 years, 10% just in the last year. And that was the average, and the median price has gone up 12% to 350. So in general terms, if you're a homeowner in Taos, your value went up about 10% last year. Now, All of this data represents buyer demand, what buyers are looking for and what they are purchasing. So we want to take a look next at supply, or the inventory. Now, when you're looking at supply, you can only pull a snapshot in time. So we pull this at the beginning of every year, and we started that in 2018. And so same format as before. The number of homes on the market is down 56%, as we mentioned earlier, more than half. As many homes on the market as compared to this time last year. So this is a staggering number, and low inventory is the name of the game. Now, as we break it down by price, there is just a handful of properties available at each price range. Most notable lack of inventory is between 500 and 700,000. So I understand that interpreting the data can seem overwhelming, and we are certainly here to help you get a true understanding of how the market conditions affect your buying and selling decision. So as always, our goal is to arm you with information so you're comfortable and confident in every decision. Remember, the full market report is available at chisholmgroup.com, and I look forward to seeing you next time.